Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Filmcast coverage of the Superman official teaser trailer that was just released from DC. We'll link to it in the show notes. I'm David Chen here with Devindra Hardawar. We just watched the teaser trailer together at the same time, and we're going to talk about it. What we thought about this teaser trailer, and whether this got us psyched for the new Superman film. Devindra Hardawar, what'd you think overall?
I think it definitely looks like a James Gunn movie. Like, this is a guy that's always loved color. Like, really, he's gotten so much better at his like superhero framing for things too. Like, this looks and feels like Superman to me, and also that they're using like a rendition of the original John Williams
Yeah.
theme. Like, it is. I have chills right now, and also I did not expect much from David Cornsweet, the guy who was playing Clark Kent in Superman. But in this footage, he looks the part. They are leaning into the sillier stuff that we have not seen as much before in live action, like Crypto the dog. I am down. This looks amazing.
Yeah, so we got a first look at David Cornsweet as Superman.
Hmm.
We also saw him as Clark Kent. He seems to have a different hairstyle as Clark Kent than as Superman. So, like,
That's how you trick him.
I think like that's actually makes sense because that means that there's more plausibility of why people wouldn't recognize him. Like his hair looks different when he's Clark Kent than when he's Superman. We saw Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. And
Looking
also
great.
got a glimpse of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in
What a
this.
basically few years it's been for Nicholas Hoult, but just yeah, he looks tremendous as well.
Yeah, he looks great. I'm gonna put this out there. So first of all, like, definitely enjoyed the evocation of the John Williams theme. Right,
Hmm.
it's clearly harkening back to that theme, if not like heavily based off of that theme.
It is, yeah, yeah.
And I'm just gonna put this out there. A lot of stuff going on in the trailer. Like,
I love that. I love a trailer where there's
it,
like, oh, half a second of who is that? What's happening?
it seems like there's like multiple villains, or antagonists.
Have you? So you have not read much about the
No, I haven't
production
read
of this
much
movie,
about
right?
it,
Okay,
but
so
yeah,
there are multiple
yeah,
people. Nathan Fillion plays one of the Green Lanterns, right? There are other. Eddie Gathegi, who's an actor from For All
yes,
Mankind, is playing a major, super character as well. I don't know if they're a villain or a hero, but there's a lot of people. It's not just Superman. So I think that's like one thing that's also trying to differentiate this movie than the other ones.
yeah, and I do worry about that a little bit
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
in general, I think if this movie is trying to do a lot. Like,
Sure.
I haven't seen the movie yet, and I can
Yeah,
already
yeah.
tell you it's going to try to do a lot. It's going
You,
to try
you
to.
worry about James Gunn's ability to juggle multiple characters and their storylines and make you feel about those multiple characters. He's never done it before, you know?
It is true that the trailer does say he is the architect of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, and
Yes.
overall, that trilogy had more high points than low points for sure.
For sure. For
Uh,
sure.
we there's a few other things worth pointing out that we see in the trailer. Obviously, get a glimpse of the Daily Planet. It looks, by the way, like a modern day. It's obviously very expensive looking room that the Daily Planet, the newsroom,
Hmm.
but it
Hmm.
looks like a very modern day, newsroom. In
Sure.
insofar as they use
Sure.
like modern day technology and stuff like that. And we see Superman bloodied and
Bloodied
bruised
and
and
beaten
in
at
a
the
bad state.
beginning.
Like, that's how it
Yeah.
opens. That's how
Yeah.
it opens, right? And he needs his dog Crypto to kind of help him out, which I think
Hmm.
is like an interesting positioning for
It's
this
kind of a
character.
metaphor, right? Superman is all of us right now who are
Hmm.
hoping for a better world entering 2025. And we're like, I need some hope. That hope's name is crypto. In our world, for a lot of people, it is actually crypto. So
There's a couple of scenes in the trailer of a Superman saving kids, or like
yes.
kids wanting
Yes.
Superman to save him, which I thought was kind of interesting. And
Hmm.
that's really something that has been truly lost in the most recent Zack Snyder Superman, of like
Yeah.
that he's kind of this aspirational figure that kids look up to, and like at its core is a very simple idea of
Hmm.
wanting to help other people, and that's something that I think really resonates with children.
Yeah, I
um
think like thinking back to like when we were so hyped for the teaser and trailer for Zack Snyder's original Man of Steel, which was great teaser, great trailer too that had a Hans Zimmer theme that was not even used very much in the movie. It didn't have the John Williams theme, but I'm thinking back. Zack Snyder's thing was Superman is like a Greek god, right? And he will either ignore humanity or work to save humanity, but that entire movie was about humans kind of suck and maybe you should just like do your thing. And that always felt like the antithesis to the character who was just like, yeah, I want to help. I want to be helper man. That's who I am. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this instead. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, Devindra, this teaser trailer I think gave away a lot of stuff. I wasn't expecting it to have this much material.
I mean,
Um,
I love seeing material, but I love what I love about trailers, and I know you haven't been watching them as much, is just like give me a taste. Give me a hint of what
uh-huh.
is to come. I don't know how these images connect together, but I need a reason to get excited for this movie. And I think a lot of audiences do too. So the little bits of like, what happened to Superman? Who could do that to Superman at the beginning of that trailer? What's up with Crypto? Crypto's cool. Have not seen much of that character before.
Yeah.
All these different people. The cast also includes like Alan Tudyk, who I love and everything, Frank Grillo, Skylar Gisondo is Jimmy Olsen. Skylar Gisondo, who has been like every TV show that guy has appeared in, has always been kind of like he's always been like a highlight of that show for me. So I'm excited.
Gonna put this out there too.
Yeah.
That one of the other things worth noting about the teaser trailer is we see Superman and Lois Lane kissing. And that's just not something like kissing is just not something you see in superhero films very often because Marvel is extremely chaste.
That's true.
Like there's very little romance or passion in those movies.
And the Donner Superman, like the romance, was such a core part of that.
Exactly,
like how I remember how sweet that movie was. There are shots of them like floating together up and kissing. It's just like you got Superman. You know, like let's do some supery stuff. Did you know Anthony Carrigan is in this movie, Dave?
No, that's cool.
Very excited to see what he's up to from Barry.
Yeah. All right, trying to think if there's anything else to say about the teaser, but overall, I think it does the job. Between the soaring music, the really intriguing glimpses of Superman, there's enough here to kind of hook people and make them excited and intrigued for what's going to come this summer when Superman is eventually released. July 11th is the date when this movie is coming out. Devindra, any closing thoughts?
I mean, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm probably not going to like watch too much more material like leading up to it, but also
this will be the last I watch of. Definitely after this. You know, this is like a lot of stuff was in this.
I'm
trailer.
not a fan of like 3-minute trailers, which feel like they really do give you the entire movie. But this is a mighty fine taste, and I'm more excited for this movie than I have been before. Mostly because I was not excited for the actor that they picked here, but he looks the part. James Gunn kind of at this point, I trust in him to do well with these characters, so I'm excited.
All right, he is Devindra Hardawar. I am David Chen. This is a Filmcast presentation. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to check out the Filmcast podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and also subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.